but I've actually snowshoed. So it's really an art. It's learning how to walk with these, but I'll tell you, it's kind of fun. So there's my trail coming in, and I just love it. Used to be underwater, so it's very marshy. It's very wet. Might be fun sometime to be able to come out into the bush. I know Danielle wants to do a winter camping night. I'd like to do that too, but here it is so wet. I don't even think you'd find a spot to lay your tent that you wouldn't find yourself completely soaked in the morning. Because this is private property, it's untraveled area, and so it's kind of fun to see all the animal tracks and know that there are the creatures. Lots of deer back here. It's beautiful. I do know there's been a bear as well that has lived back here for a long time, but I've never been gifted to see him or her, and so I'm not sure where they are. So I just make some noise and don't really worry about it too much, because right now I would think that the bear is likely sleeping. Here I am. I'm about 3 kilometers in, I guess, and having a really great day. So I know when Danielle was on her Boxing Day trip, she talked about what 2024 looks like for her. And so we're both doing some very individual challenges this year. Because of my move, it's meant that Danielle and I are a little further apart. So we have to work harder to do things together. But this year is also an independent year. We're trying to see what we can both do and where we can go and what is offered to us in the world. So I am doing some really advanced challenges for an old girl, starting with a half marathon in Inverness, Scotland on March the 10th. I'm leaving Canada on February 29th and I'm traveling solo to Edinburgh, and then I'm going to be traveling my way around the north of Scotland and culminating back to Inverness for the half marathon. I'm hoping to hike the Orkney Islands from Kirkwall to Stromness, I think it is called, and I will be taking a ferry across from Thurso to the islands, and it's going to be a really exciting trip. So that's number 1 on my list. So let me continue on with my path this morning, and I'll fill you in on the rest. Let's keep going. Okay, so that's my March journey. So then my April journey will be the Pick Your Poison 25-kilometer trail run in Hardwood Hills. And that's going to be fun again this year. I'm hoping Danielle's going to do it, but I'm not sure if she's able. But I will be doing 2 loops of 12 kilometers in the Hardwood Hills in the mountains. It's just across from Horseshoe Valley Ski Resort. And it's a great race, lots of fun in the spring, that's for sure. So what's number 3? Well, number 3, I believe, is in June. And June will be the Tri-Muskokan when I'm doing a duathlon. So I will cycle 30 kilometers. After running 2.5 kilometers, cycle for 30, and then run 7.5. And that's up in the beautiful area of Haliburton. And it's lots of fun. It's called Tri-Muskokan, and you can probably find it. So that's race number 3. Now, what's race number 4, you ask? Let me think. Race number 4 is happening, I believe, in July. And it is a swim run, which will be my very first swim run, in Perry Sound. I don't know the details off the top of my head. Isn't that crazy? I just know that I registered, so I now have to start and figure out what I'm doing for a swim run. And one of the unique things about a swim run is that you swim in your shoes and you run in your wetsuit. So that's a whole different level of training, again, for this old gal. So as I am in my 65th year, I am excited about working on all these races. And you know what? I'm not done yet. Okay, race number 5, Halliburton Forest. I did that last year. I remember that we did a little video on that. If you want to go and find it, it's somewhere on our channel. But the Halliburton Forest is a beautiful cross-country race. It's a 14-kilometer loop, and I will be doing 2 loops, so I will be doing 28 kilometers. Last year, it took me about 5 hours and 40 minutes, so maybe I could shoot for a little shorter time this year. And I took a major fall, so maybe this year I'll stay on my feet for the whole race. But I'll tell you, it's hard to do that because it's so beautiful, and you start looking around and seeing the landscape, and then all of a sudden you catch a toe and you're down. So that is race number 5. And let me tell you, race number 6 is the one that I am very excited about. So as I walk into this beautiful clearing here, it's just snowy and gorgeous. The sun is coming out behind me. It's trying to come through the clouds. It's a beautiful day. It's crispy winter, and that's what we love here in Ontario. So let me tell you now about race number 6. It's in September as well, shortly after the Halliburton Forest race. And it's another swim run. That's why I'm doing the one in August, so that I can figure out what does it mean to do a swim run. So this swim run is called Coniston Swim Run, and it's in the UK. It's northwest of Manchester on September the 22nd. So that's going to be sort of the culmination of my race year, with 2 trips to Europe in order to do some exciting racing. And I'm just really pleased with the progress that I've made. As most of you may know who have watched my channel, our channel, for most of you who have followed me on my Breaking Stibba channel or know me at all, know that this year in January I'll celebrate 6 years of sobriety. And with all of the money that I used to spend on alcohol, I figured that I can now spend it on traveling. So I'm going to enjoy. So this year, my 65th year, is the beginning, and it's the 3rd trimester of my life, and I'm going to make it count. So I'm excited that you are along with me on this hike this morning. And as Danielle and I move into 2024 and see what our year is bringing for us, we hope that you'll watch and subscribe and travel along with us. Watch for our videos, and we'll chat again soon. Peaceful and beautiful. Can you hear the birds squawking over there? What more could a person ask for than a piece of nature to stop and engage? Love it.